Hey guys, welcome back to another video here at Legends SRA10. Before starting the video, I would request you to please like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel, and let's get straight into it. This is my final draft for FIFA World Cup Fantasy 2026 Matchday 1. Let's get straight into it. So first comes the goalkeepers. My goalkeepers are Hernan Galindez from Ecuador and Orion Nyland from Norway. Sorry for the pronunciation. Now the concept about the goalkeepers is pretty obvious. They should be less than 5% owned and they should be cheap. Less than 5% owned because then of course you'll get the scouting bonus and there's not much gap between the premium goalkeepers, so you should definitely go for the scouting bonus. And cheap because when you look at my team as well, and when you make your team as well, you'll realize that you need a lot of funds. So in my opinion, Galindez and Nyland are the best two goalkeepers to pick. If you look at the clean sheet odds, and the reason why I've picked these two in particularly, because Nyland is the best cheap goalkeeper with less than 5% ownership, so scouting bonus for match day one, because Norway is playing against Iraq with a 56% clean sheet. And the same thing is applied for Galindez. Galindez is the best cheap goalkeeper with scouting bonus from Ecuador for match day 2 because he's playing against Curacao with a 60% clean sheet odd. So I have not gone for rotating goalkeepers in the sense that I want both my goalkeepers to have two good fixtures for the first two match weeks, because then it'll just be trying to find the perfect one, that they should be cheap, less than 5% owned, and should have good perfect fixtures for first two matches. So I've decided to go for a person who has very good fixture in match day 1 and a person who has very good fixture in match day 2. If it comes off, fine. If it doesn't comes off, then also fine. So yeah, these are my goalkeepers. I am fairly locked. I am scared about Galindez's 4.9% ownership. He might creep up. If he does, then maybe I go for somebody else who has a very good fixture in round 2. So yeah, let's see that. When we come to the defenders, these are my defenders. I've gone for Joshua Kimmich, Joel Ordonez, Wolfe, Marc Cucurella, and Pau Cubarsí. Now, the reason why I've gone for Cucurella and Cubarsí is because if you look at the Spanish fixtures, it's frankly ridiculous, and you need to double up either on their defense or on their attack. I have decided to double up on their defense because, in my opinion, their attackers are just not fixed enough apart from Mikel Oyarzabal. So I've decided to go for them. Now, the reason why I've gone for Cucurella and Cubarsí is because I'm not sure who the other two are going to be, and if the other two will start both of the first two matches, or if they will have guaranteed minutes. I think Kukur and Kubarsi are the only two people who are guaranteed to start both the matches and play 90 minutes. So I've decided to go for them. I've decided to ignore the selection percentage or the price, instead of maybe going for Laporte because he's less than 5% owned, or maybe going for someone cheap. I've decided Spain just have way too good fixtures for me to compromise. So I've decided to go for Kukur and Kubarsi. Reason why I'm going for Joshua Kimmich is because pretty much basically he is the best player in this game, most probably, at least definitely the best defender. He's on free kicks, corners, set pieces. He might be on penalties as well. If Kai Havertz is off the pitch, Germany has got very good stats and everything. Yeah, I mean, I don't need to explain Joshua Kimmich. He's just the perfect one. And when it comes to Joel Ordonez and Wolf, it's the same thing. The reason why I've picked their goalkeepers, because they are cheap and I need to save money. I mean, 3.9 and 4 million, that's as cheap as they come for 7.9 million. I've got two starting defenders for, as I said, two teams who have got decent fixtures. Joel Ordonez, instead of going for Pacho or Hincapié, I've decided to go for Ordonez because I'm getting scouting bonus as well, and that's the thing that I've targeted with these two as well. If you look at the percentage, both of them will give me scouting bonus, especially considering the fact that the other three are not giving me anything. And Wolf I've decided to go for instead of Ryerson, because both are ultra attacking, both have very good stats for Norway, and Wolf is just cheaper and has selection bonus, whereas scouting bonus, sorry, whereas Ryerson does not. So I think this is the perfect defense. I'm very happy with this. I will not change this. Goalkeeper, as I said, Galindez might be changed if the selection percentage goes above 5%, but in the defenders I don't see any issue, and all of them will start 100%. When we come to the midfielders, it's Leroy Sané, Yuri Tillemans, Florian Wirtz, Michael Olise, and Bruno Fernandes. Yes, I have managed to put Michael Olise and Bruno Fernandes both in my team. So let's get straight into it. The reason why I've gone for Bruno Fernandes is because Portugal have way too good fixtures for me to ignore them. And Portugal, frankly, don't have any good attackers. In their latest friendly, they started with Francisco Trincao and Pedro Neto, and Joao Felix did well off the bench. But honestly speaking, they don't have any fixed attacker. Cristiano Ronaldo had a very poor game. He will not start all the matches. He definitely will not play 90 minutes. So that, by process of elimination, just leaves me with Bruno Fernandes. Even Nuno Mendes, who we were thinking might be a good attacking option, did not start, especially when the whole team started. That shows that he's not fully fit. And even though he came off the bench at the 46 minutes, he was subbed off at the 80th minute with an injury. So yeah, I think except Bruno Fernandes, there is nobody else to pick from Portugal, and they just have way too good fixtures for me to ignore him. Michael Olise, I mean, definitely that Ivory Coast match had an effect on all of us. And frankly speaking, I think Dembele just does not play well for France. Doué is not fixed because Doué started one match, Turkey started one match, and they have so many more options who could play in place of Doué. They have Magnus Akliouche, they have Marcus Thuram, they just have Bradley Bacola, they just have way too many good options. Michael Olise is fixed. I think he's the second most important player after Mbappe, and I would like to have two players, especially because France are just way too good of a team. The reason I've gone for Florian Wirtz and Leroy Sané is because, as I said, Germany and Spain have way too good fixtures, especially Germany. That first match against Cape Verde, I want double German attack. I had Musiala for a very long time, but that Leonard Carl unfortunate injury has just made me buy Leroy Sané because with Leroy Sané, I'm getting the selection bonus, and Musiala hasn't been playing well for Germany or for Bayern Munich, and I'm like, he's not worth it. He's more expensive. He's 8 million, so I'm saving 0.6 million, which allowed me to buy Michael Olise, and I'm getting selection bonus for scouting bonus for Leroy Sané as well, which I'm not getting for Michael Olise. And I just think Leroy Sané has more goal threat than Michael Olise. Yes, I know he might get subbed off, and I don't care about that. And the fact is that I am planning to sell Leroy Sané in match day 2 because if you see, I have no Brazilian attackers. So I'm just going to tell you a bit about my strategy. So I have got a planned transfer. My planned transfer will be Leroy Sané out to Rafinha, and to fund that, Yuri Telemans down to any cheap midfielder. If some injury happens, then I can do that as well. And I will play my 12th man chip in match day 2 to get Vinicius Jr. So I will have double Brazil attack for match day 2 against Haiti. So there's no concern about that. Leroy Sané is basically a 1 week punt. I'm going to use my two free transfers which I get for match day 2. And Yuri Telemans I've decided to go for because he was my 15th pick. I had 6.1 million left, and honestly speaking, after doing all the scouting and analysis, I think Yuri Telemans is the best 6.1 million pick available or cheaper in the game. So I've decided to go for Yuri Telemans, not that big of a headache. Yeah, and here I've got two selection percentage bonuses, scouting bonuses, Leroy Sané and Yuri Telemans. The other are obvious. I think you should have double German attack. I think you should have Bruno. Only Z elements you can maybe switch up depending upon who you like. Now we go on to the attackers, the last part of the team. It is Kylian Mbappe, Mikel Oyarzabal, and Erling Haaland. Yes, I have managed to make a team with Bruno Fernandes, Michael Olise, Kylian Mbappe, and Erling Haaland, and it's frankly ridiculous. Kylian Mbappe, I mean, he is just the talisman. France is the best team. I expect France to make it to the semi-finals at least, where I expect France's semi-final to happen. God knows who will win that. Erling Haaland. If you look at Erling Haaland's projected goals for the tournament, it's frankly very high, and nobody's expecting Norway to go very far in the tournament. Like best case scenario is round of 16 where they will most probably meet Ecuador and get eliminated. So the fact that Erling Haaland is only projected to play 3 or 4 matches, but he has got so many projected goals. If you look at the bookmakers odds, that means that they are predicting him to do very well in the group stage. That's why I want him for the entirety of the group stage, because I don't think Norway is a team that will rotate, because I don't think the selection their qualification will be fixed after match day 1. Iraq is a very weak fixture, and yeah, I don't think buying Haaland as a 12th man for match day 1 makes sense, because I think he's someone you want for the future matches as well. Kylian Mbappe, I've already talked about. Mikel Oyarzabal, as I said, we need triple up on this Spanish team because they've got such good fixtures. I wanted maybe double attack, but except Mikel Oyarzabal, there is no fixed attacker. He's on pens as well. He will play 90 minutes. He's a very good attacker, and I decided to go for him. So this is my team. If you want to look at it in the playing 11 format, so this is it. I've decided to filter it by the dates. So this is the thing, all my bench players are on 17 June. So I will make the substitutions based on who plays well, who does not. For as of now, my captain is Florian Wirtz, vice captain is Kimmich. Now, if this was FPL, by the way, I finished top 10k in the FPL the latest season. But if this was FPL, I would have made Kimmich the captain because he's just got a very high base. But I have decided to go for Florian Wirtz because we can just switch the captaincy. So let's go for the ceiling. And I think all the players who play on 14 is the three German. I think the three German players, the highest ceiling is with Florian Wirtz. So I'm going to captain him. If he does well, well and good. If he doesn't, then on 15th, I will most probably make Mikel Oyarzabal the captain. Then on 16th, I've got Yuri Telemans. And then on 17th, I've got the option to make Mbappe, Haaland, Olise, or Bruno Fernandes the captain. So I've got a lot of captaincy options. I've got 7 players with the scouting bonus. I've managed to fit Mbappe, Haaland, Bruno, and Olise in my team. I had a very good FPL season. This season I finished the top 10k. The deadline is on 12 June, 12 a.m. based on India time. So yeah, this is my team. If you have any thoughts, let me know in the comment section down below. I will reply to everybody. If you want me to rate your team or help building your team, again, put it in the comment section down below. I'll do that. Once again, before ending the video, I would request you to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's a growing channel. You're showing me a lot of love. I've gone to 8 subscribers. I have my overall views have reached 1,000, so that's really nice for me. And yeah, Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another future video. Bye bye.